Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain news. As far as overnight, prices are mixed. We've got beans now trading 4 cents higher, oil and meal higher. Corn about unchanged with wheat, Chicago down a penny and Kansas City up 3 cents. As far as the news, I think that we're kind of establishing some type of trading range, going through a market that doesn't really have a lot of new news and heading into spring planting, South American harvest, and some U.S. key reports here in March. Technically, I think beans are in this big, broad trading range, $13.50 to $14.50, meal $4.10 to $4.30, and oil probably 48.5 cents to 51 cents. And in the May corn, $5.20 to $5.60, and in May Chicago wheat, $6.40 to $6.70. We've got export sales today. They should be on the low side, somewhere between 100 and 500,000 tons of wheat, 4 to 800,000 tons of corn, and 1 to 500,000 tons of beans. And again, this is seasonally when our global soybean and corn trade switches to South America from the U.S. But right now, it just seems like U.S. continues to be exporting a lot of corn. There'll be some more sales. And this is despite the fact that Argentina prices are now cheaper than U.S. Still looking at China and their demand for soybean imports and whether or not that'll continue to grow. A lot of uncertainty as far as the African swine fever in their hog herd, but again, their economy is growing and their food demand should also be growing. Also here in the United States, I think people are looking for increase in energy and food demand once vaccinations keep rolling along and we get past some of this COVID issues and reopen some of the restaurants and also travel and all those things I think are positive for demand. We're also looking at stimulus package, infrastructure packages, spending could be inflationary, and that should also offer a higher toned energy and food prices. We've got a report on March 9th. A lot of people are not looking for much of a change in USDA numbers. The average guess for the U.S. corn carryout is 1470 versus USDA's 1502. Beans 117 versus the government's 120. And wheat 839 versus 836. As far as South American crops are concerned, Argentina corn 47 million tons versus USDA's 47.5. 47.5 beans versus 48. We have heard some people talk about Argentina corn as low as 43 million metric tons. Brazil crop 108.3 versus 109, and the bean crop 133 versus 133. So not a lot of changes that might disappoint some of the supply bulls in the marketplace, but I still think we stay into this trading range. So we'll see what the USDA has to say as far as export sales, their March 9th report, and watch weather conditions both in South America and in the U.S. The 6 to 10 day U.S. outlook is for warm temperatures and wet conditions. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day. And remember, always treat people like you yourself would like to be treated.